Hey team, just wanted to do a quick market scan, just update you on what I'm looking at in the market, talk about some of my biases that I'm looking at the moment as well. Um, as we all know, Bitcoin has been pretty much skyrocketing since the end of December. So coming into the new year, we've literally had this massive pump with virtually no slowdown. Taking a look at the chart on the daily now, I do see a bit of bearish divergence happening here on the daily. And if we take a look back in at previous price action for Bitcoin on the daily, anytime it's kind of hit these oversold points, we have had a pullback. So as you can see, it's happened. Last time it happened was October 21. August 2021 as well, slight oversold there. And then again back in October and December of 2020. So as you can see, anytime it gets these points, it does have a slight pullback before it continues the run. So just because we have been having this massive run for the last month, I do expect a pullback. So what I'm doing is I'm just keeping an eye on this zone here. I'm kind of expecting it to keep grinding down here. It's probably going to be a slow grind, but I think it will eventually break here. We'll get that retest, and then we're going to head back down to at least 20. That's my opinion. So based on this bias, I'm keeping an eye out for some shorting options. So I'm just going to run you through a little bit about what I'm looking at today. As I said, do what you want with it, but this is just some of the things I'm keeping an eye on. One of the first ones is Badger. As you can see here, on the RSI, we have gone below the smoothing average here, and we are in sort of the bottom half of the RSI band here, which I tend to keep pretty close eye on. Taking a look at the chart as well, we do have a potential head and shoulders forming here. So what I'm looking for here is obviously the break of this trend and then the break of this support line here, and then hopefully looking for a retest and then a continuation. I would probably be looking for a retest just because we do have some bias support around this area here. So I wouldn't expect it to just push right through. I do expect to get a bit of a pullback, retest, and then continuation. And that's where I'd be looking to enter there. Comp, pretty similar thing. So we do actually already have the bearish engulfing. It's probably too late to enter this one by the looks of things, but one of the reasons I was considering this one is we'd basically perfectly tested the 618 fibs, and then we rejected off that. I was originally going to hopefully catch it around here, then catch the retest up to around about the 50 level and then continue down. We'll see what happens at the close in an hour, but it looks like we've already missed this opportunity here. So we'll see what happens there. Phil, similar sort of thing. We've had these lower highs forming, and now just I'm doing this, we've got the break. So what I'm going to do is see what happens when the candle closes, and then look for that retest, because as you can see, there's quite a lot of support there. And now I'm going to be looking for resistance if it retests there. So keep an eye on that. We do have a pretty solid downtrend as well, like I said. So just be patient. Don't jump into anything. Wait for your confirmations and enter based on your own risk. LTC, similar sort of things. What we're looking at with what was it, comp? We've had this break of resistance, this retest, likely on the 618 again. Pretty close. And now we're getting that bearish engulfing. So again, I'm going to wait for this close. Generally, when we have a bearish engulfing, my rules are I'll look at entering the trade roughly around about 50% up the bearish candle, or bullish, depending on what it is. I learned that from Shams. He does that quite a lot, and he says a lot of time you'll see the bearish engulfing. It'll wick back up to around about halfway through the candle and then keep going. That's the sort of entries that I look at doing. It gets a better risk reward. And again, it just gives you that extra confirmation bias. Matic, here's another one that I've been looking at. So right now, I can see it's pretty decent head and shoulders pattern forming. Again, we've got the bearish engulfing like we do on all the charts. But again, we've got this uptrend that I'm watching to break, and also this support zone. I'm not going to wait till it just breaks here. I definitely want to see it break both levels, because obviously it can come down here and then wick straight back up. So break and close below, again, then I'll be looking for the retest down here. Around here. So that'll be my entry point, but it's all going to be dependent on what happens in this area. Yeah, so that's just a few that I'm looking at now. Hopefully you guys can take advantage of some of these if they play out. Like I said, do your own analysis, make your own decisions. This is just what I'm looking at and what I'm seeing in the markets. Let me know if you have any questions. I'm more than happy to jump on a call with anyone if anybody needs some expert explaining or anything like that. But yeah, have a great day, guys.